Most riders over 50 think their best days on a bike are behind them. They're wrong, and we want to prove that to them today. Today we're counting down 9 Japanese bikes that are lightweight, comfortable, and built for riders who still want to feel alive and have fun on the road. Make sure to watch the whole video, because not only are these bikes all outstanding in their own way, there is one wild card on this list that probably none of you see coming. So let's get started. Number 9. Honda CB300R. Most riders over 50 think lightweight means cheap, like the manufacturer just left something out. The CB300R will change that thinking fast. You then actually get on it, and the first thing you notice is how refined it feels. Not plasticky, not budget, clean lines, minimal clutter, like Honda actually thought about this one. Then you start moving. That 286cc liquid cool engine doesn't bark at you. It doesn't demand anything. It just pulls, smoothly, predictably, exactly when you ask it to. You're not chasing a power band, you're not white-knuckling the throttle. You're just riding. At around 317 pounds wet, it disappears underneath you almost immediately. Stop signs don't feel like a negotiation. Parking lots don't feel like a test. You just go where you want to go. And here's the part nobody talks about. The ergonomics on this bike were clearly designed by someone who actually rides. Upright position, neutral wrist. Your back isn't screaming at mile 30, your knees aren't jammed into your chest. You finish the ride feeling good. Remember that? Now, let's be honest. This isn't a highway cruiser. Long interstate slabs will remind you it's a 300, and if you want serious off-road capability, this isn't that bike. But here's what it is. It's the bike that makes you want to ride on a Tuesday for no reason. The one that gets you back in the habit, back in the rhythm. And for a lot of riders over 50, that's worth more than horsepower. But what if you want that same easy feel with a little more old-school simplicity? Number 8 might be exactly what you've been missing. Number 8. Kawasaki Z400. Here's something most people don't know. When Kawasaki replaced this bike, they were so afraid of ruining what made it great, they kept the engine the exact same size. Think about that for a second. That's not a coincidence, that's respect. You swing a leg over the Z400 and it feels immediately different from a typical naked bike. The bars are wider, your hands sit out square, your back stays upright. It's not aggressive, it's not cramped, it's just right. Then you get moving. That 399cc parallel twin doesn't come at you all at once. It builds, smooth on the bottom, alive in the middle, and still pulling when you want more. You're never chasing the power band, you're never holding back, you're just in it. At around 335 pounds wet, it's light enough that you forget about the weight completely the moment you leave the parking lot. Tight canyon roads, city traffic, long backroad sweepers, it handles all of it without asking you to work too hard. And here's what really sets it apart: the handling. This bike earned a reputation for being one of the most intuitive, confidence-inspiring bikes in its class. Reviewers said it, owners confirmed it, and Kawasaki proved it by refusing to change it when they built the next generation. You can't fake that kind of track record. Now, let's be honest, the seat is firm, and it's not built for long highway hauls. But here's what it is built for: making you feel like a rider again. Not a passenger, not a beginner, a rider. So, what do you think of this list thus far? If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Share this video with a friend who might be in the market for a lightweight bike like one of these. And once you're done with this video, swing over to the main channel page to check out some of the other videos we've done on your favorite motorcycles. Thank you. Number 7. Yamaha MT-03. This bike has a story behind it that most people don't know. Back in the early 2000s, something was happening in the back streets of Tokyo. Underground riders, dark aesthetic, a movement that said motorcycles should feel dangerous, even when they're not. Yamaha called it the dark side of Japan. And the MT-03, that DNA is in this bike. All of it. Which makes what happens next surprising. Once you're on the machine though, it feels completely approachable and familiar. Low seat, upright position, wide bars that put your hands right where they should be. Nothing aggressive about the ergonomics at all. Then you twist the throttle, and that 321cc parallel twin wakes up. Not explosively, not frantically, smoothly, purposefully, like it's been waiting patiently for you. It builds through the rev range in a way that just feels satisfying. You're not searching for power, you're not managing it either. You're just riding. At around 368 pounds wet, it's light enough that corners feel effortless. The inverted front forks, borrowed straight from bigger, more expensive bikes, absorb bumps cleanly. Your arms don't fatigue, your back doesn't tighten up, you just keep going. This bike also consistently holds its value better than almost anything else in its class. Strong demand, proven reliability, a used market that tells you everything you need to know about how owners feel once they have one. They don't let them go easily. Now, let's be honest, the foot pegs sit a touch rearward. Taller riders might feel slightly cramped on longer runs, but here's what you get in return: a bike that looks like it means business and rides like it respects you. But what if you want to drop the sport geometry entirely and just cruise? Number 6 was built for exactly that feeling. Number 6. Honda Rebel 500. Here's something wild. A Honda engineer once walked into a custom bike show in London, looked around at all the hand-built machines, one-of-a-kind machines, and thought, I want to build that, from the factory. That's the origin story of the Rebel 500, and it shows. You settle in, and something hits you immediately. This bike looks like it costs twice what it does. Blacked out everything, low-slung stands, that teardrop tank. It doesn't look like a beginner bike. It doesn't feel like one either. Then there's the seat height, 27.2 inches. That's one of the lowest on this entire list. Both feet flat on the ground, every single stop. No tiptoeing, no leaning, no quiet moment of panic at a red light. You just stop, and you're solid. Now get moving. That 471cc parallel twin pulls strong and low, right where you actually use it. You're not revving to find the power, it's already there. Smooth, predictable, and with just enough grunt to make highway runs feel completely relaxed. And here's the popularity reality. This isn't just a good cruiser, it's the best-selling cruiser in the industry. Not in its class, the industry. There's a reason for that. It fits more riders in more situations with less intimidation than almost anything else out there. Newer riders love it, returning riders love it, and the customization options, over 23 Honda accessories, mean you can make it yours without starting from scratch. Of course, longer rides will remind you the seat has limits, but here's what it gives you in return. A bike that turns heads before you even start the engine, one that feels like freedom the moment you do. And what if you want something completely different? Something that'll make everyone at the trailhead do a double take. Number 5 is our wild card, and trust us, you won't see this one coming. Number 5. Honda Grom. We said there was a wild card, here it is. And before you scroll past, just hear this out, because this might be the most honest entry on this entire list. The Grom is a 125cc mini bike. It weighs around 229 pounds, it tops out around 60 miles per hour. On paper, it has no business being here, but here's what the paper doesn't tell you. Riders with decades of experience, guys who've owned Harleys, sport bikes, big touring rigs, they get on a Grom and they stop riding their other bikes. Not because it's fast, because it's fun. Pure, unfiltered, grinning like an idiot fun. That 125cc engine doesn't overwhelm you. It doesn't punish you. It just zips. Every throttle input feels immediate. Every corner feels playful. You're not managing the bike, you're playing with it. And that feeling, that's exactly what most riders over 50 have been missing. At 30 inches of seat height, both feet hit the ground without a second thought. The weight disappears the moment you move. Tight parking lots, busy streets, winding back roads, it handles all of it with zero stress. Now here's the popularity reality. The Grom is one of the power sports industry's top-selling models, and the undisputed emperor of the mini-moto world. It's built an entire culture around itself. Riding clubs, social media groups, a massive custom parts aftermarket. People don't just buy Groms, they become Grom people. Of course, no highway miles, no passenger, no long-haul touring, but that's not the point. The point is Tuesday afternoon, back roads, no agenda, and a smile you forgot you still had. But what if you want that same fun spirit with real off-road capability and serious proven performance behind it? Number 4 is built for exactly that kind of rider. Number 4. Suzuki DRZ 400S. Let's talk about something that almost never happens in the motorcycle world. A bike that goes 25 years without a single major update. And the whole time, it keeps selling. That's the DRZ 400S. Suzuki introduced it in 2000 and essentially left it alone. No major redesign, no reinvention, no chasing trends. Just the same proven formula year after year, still moving off dealer floors. You know what that means? It means they got it right the first time. Plant yourself in the saddle and it feels exactly like what it is. Purposeful, planted, ready. The 398cc liquid-cooled single fires up with that familiar thump and settles into a smooth idle that tells you its engine means business. Then you hit the dirt, and this is where the DRZ earns its reputation. That power delivery is confidence-inspiring in a way that smaller bikes simply can't match. Not aggressive, not frantic, just strong, smooth, and always there when you need it. Climbing a loose hill, pushing through a rocky section, threading a tight trail, it handles all of it without drama. At around 317 pounds wet, it's still light enough to manage when things go sideways. And here's another point to consider. Owners report 50,000 miles without major issues. A massive aftermarket community has built up around it over decades. Parts are everywhere. Forums are full of riders who've owned theirs for 10, 15, 20 years and still won't let them go. That kind of loyalty doesn't happen by accident. Now, let's be straight. The seat is firm. The suspension is tuned for dirt, so longer pavement stretches remind you of that. But for riders who want genuine off-road capability without giving up street manners, this is the benchmark. But what if you want something lighter, newer, and a little sharper right out of the box? Number 3. Kawasaki KLX 300. Here's a stat that stops most people cold. Nearly 40% of KLX 300 buyers have 20 or more years of riding experience. Let that sink in. This isn't a bike that experienced riders settle for, it's a bike they seek out, on purpose. There's a reason for that. Saddle up and the riding position is immediately right. High, wide bars, upright posture, everything exactly where your hands and feet expect it to be. No adjustment period, no learning curve, just familiar. Then you hit the dirt. That 292cc liquid-cooled engine has more snap than anything in the 250 class. Low-end torque that pulls you up hills without the constant downshifting dance. And the 6-speed gearbox gives you exactly the right ratio whenever you need it, whether you're crawling through rocks or cruising a back road at 60. But here's what really separates the KLX 300 from the pack: the suspension. Class-leading front travel, fully adjustable rear, on a bike at this price point, that's almost unheard of. It soaks up rocks, roots, and rough trails without sending that punishment straight into your wrists and spine. You finish the ride feeling human. At around 302 pounds wet, it stays light and manageable. If it goes down, you pick it up. Simple as that. Now let's be straight, the seat height is real. At 35 inches, shorter riders will feel it at stops. And without ABS, you're relying on feel and trust. But here's what this bike gives you in return: genuine off-road capability, modern fuel injection, proven reliability, all at a price that makes sense. Experienced riders don't choose it by accident, they choose it because they know better. But what if you want something simpler, lighter, and completely stress-free from the very first ride? Number 2 strips everything back down to what matters most. Number 2. Yamaha XT250. 1980. That's when the XT250 first showed up. Ronald Reagan was about to become president. Gas was 86 cents a gallon, and Yamaha introduced a simple, lightweight dual sport that just worked. Over 4 decades later, it's still here, barely changed. And that's not a criticism, that's the whole point. When Yamaha is asked what's new on the XT250 for 2024, their answer is essentially nothing. Because nothing needs to be. Every possible kink has already been worked out. Every weakness already addressed. What's left is a motorcycle with no bad habits whatsoever. Drop into the saddle and it fits like something you already know. Narrow, light, upright. At 290 pounds wet, it's one of the lightest bikes on this entire list. You feel that immediately. Not just in parking lots, but on trails, tight turns, and slow technical sections where weight becomes your biggest enemy. That 249cc air-cooled engine isn't trying to impress you. It delivers smooth, predictable power that you can trust completely. No surging, no drama, just clean throttle response that lets you focus on the ride instead of managing the machine. And the fuel economy? Up to 76 miles per gallon. That's not a typo. You ride longer, stop less, spend next to nothing keeping it running. Now let's be honest, highway miles aren't its strength. The suspension is soft, and riders over 200 pounds will feel its limits on rougher terrain. But here's what it does better than almost anything. It makes riding feel easy again. Completely, genuinely easy. And for a lot of riders over 50, easy is exactly what brings the joy back. But what if you want that same approachable feel with some more modern capability, more power, and just a little more bike underneath you? Number 1 delivers all of that, and then some. Number 1. Honda CRF 300L. This is it. The one that earns the top spot not by being the flashiest, not by having the biggest numbers, but by doing something much harder. Everything, well, every time. Pull up to it and it already looks the part. That enduro-inspired bodywork isn't just styling, it's a signal. This bike was built to go places, and then come back, and then go again. That 286cc liquid-cooled engine starts the conversation the right way. Power comes in low and builds smoothly through the mid-range. You're never searching for it, never managing it, it's just there, exactly when you need it. At around 309 pounds wet, it disappears underneath you within the first block. The 43mm inverted fork soaks up whatever the road throws at it. The clutch pull is feather light. One reviewer noted even someone with carpal tunnel could ride this bike all day without hand fatigue. And here's the number that separates it from everything else on this list: 16,000 miles between major services. Think about that. While other bikes are asking for your attention, your time, and your money, the CRF 300L is just quietly out there doing its job. No drama, no surprises. That's not just reliability, that's freedom. On pavement, it's composed. On gravel, it's confident. On dirt trails, it handles itself without punishing you for being there. And the ABS, switchable on the rear, means you get modern safety without giving up off-road feel. Now let's be honest, highway miles at speed aren't its happiest place. The seat is workable but not luxurious. But here's what it is: the most complete, most capable, most trustworthy lightweight dual sport you can buy today. The bike that gets out of its own way and lets you ride. You don't stop riding because you get older. You stop riding because nobody showed you the right bike. Now you've seen them. 9 bikes, 9 reasons to stop making excuses. Whichever one spoke to you today, go ride it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this video with a friend who needs to see one of these bikes right now, and go to the main channel page to check out some of the other videos we've done on your favorite motorcycles. See you in the next video.